help our kids so they don't get to that point that they see back into those moments.
So I could probably talk for 2 hours on that, but I'll say a few things to start. The first thing is to know that even if you are a good enough, that's what we call it in therapy, a good enough mother or a good enough father, meaning you're a human being, you make mistakes, you're aware of the mistakes, you are willing to become aware of them, you apologize for them, you make a repair with the child or in another adult, and you do your work so that it doesn't happen again. Even with that as the basic part of your commitment as a person and as a parent, they're still going to have situations that you don't know about. Something that they don't tell you, something that is so painful that they're not even conscious enough of it to tell you. So that's the first thing, to know that each of our kids are going to grow up and have to do their own explorations and their own work. So I don't want you set up by my response to feel, I don't want anybody set up to feel like as parents we could ever be perfect. The second thing, the second best thing a parent can do is to do your own work. One of the things that I've not heard anybody else say, although I'm sure other therapists do say it at times, just maybe not out in public, is that every age your children go through, that you have something that's unresolved from your childhood, you will get triggered. That's another reason why listening today and hearing about the triggering is so important. And if your children are doing something and you're getting triggered, your feelings are more intense than the here and now situation warrants, the best thing you can do for them is find a way to do your own work with that and heal that for yourself. A really good example of that is there are many parents that think of their children in the age of 2 years old as trying to control them. That's not what a 2-year-old is doing. A 2-year-old is trying to become himself or herself, and it's both exciting and scary. And if the parent thinks Johnny is trying to control her, that's a sign to me that something went on in her childhood at that age about control that isn't resolved. So that's like a really compact example I could give you why it's so important at any age for children. I know a lot of people experienced challenges with their kids in adolescence. How many of us had really good, wise parenting when we were adolescents? How many of our parents were really doing their own work and had worked through their adolescent issues and could parent us the way we needed to? So just like everybody's getting triggered by the recession, everybody gets triggered by their kids' adolescence.